Namaste to all the people listening me around the world. I assume you are enjoying life and feel thrilled to live each day. Very often, I get a question from my viewers and students regarding the enhancement of speaking skills. So I decided to talk with you guys on the matter. Do you guys know how a child starts speaking? Yes, you can see it on my screen from listening. The child starts speaking the little words. You guys know, if you are Urdu speakers, that the child speaks pa, ba, the very monosyllabic words at the start. But initially, with the passage of time, it becomes real words like pa, pa, or ma, ma, or certain other words. And if you are English speaker, then you know your child will speak, or your child speaks the words like mama, dad, mom, and all these words. So, in order to enhance your language, in order to enhance your speaking skills, in order to be fluent in your language, the first very common step is listening. You need to listen the music, maybe you need to listen the English podcast, the maybe you need to watch the English cartoons, or everything, the short stories, the poetry, in order to understand different accents of English language. Then the second steps that comes right after listening is to imitate that listening. Whatever you have listened to, you are supposed to do the same. You are supposed to imitate that thing. For instance, you have listened to some cartoons, you have listened something, then pause that video, pause that audio then and there, and try to repeat after whatever the person has spoken so far. Once you are done with imitation, then you are supposed to repeat and record. How you are supposed to repeat and record? The first step is to stand in front of mirror and try to speak to yourself. And if you are not comfortable doing that, then try to record your voice and listen to that, and see which word you have not pronounced clearly or like that person, and then try to repeat that. One more thing, as for the accents are concerned, your accents are going to be your native accents, because our vocal cords have built accordingly. So you do not need to focus on accent, just go with your accent, just embrace your accent, but try to imitate the speaking pattern, the word pattern the natives utter. The next step, the very important step, is reading. Yes, in order to learn, in order to speak, in order to talk, in order to write, the most essential thing you need in your life is reading. Reading is the key. Read a lot. Maybe try reading the newspaper, maybe read something written on your toothpaste, maybe read anything from the packet, the wrapper of biscuit you have just eaten. Try to read, build the habit of reading. If you are in middle, if you are at the intermediate state, then maybe try reading short stories of your interest, whatever genre interests you. Try reading from any genre, from short stories, poetries, novels, novellas. There are hell of information out there on the internet. You can easily download, or if you are not very good at reading soft things, then go for hard copies. Reading is the most essential part. You can even try Wattpad if you are a young girl, if you are a young student, or anyone who is at the beginning stage. So Wattpad also gives you enough reading material. You can go for that. Next, moving towards reflection. Once you are done with the first few steps, the initial steps, then you need to reflect. So what are you supposed to do? You need to do conversation with yourself. You need to judge your you need to not exactly judge, you need to observe your improvement. You need to think, you need to question yourself, how was it, how much did you understand the other person. And you need to record all these things in your diary and see what was the result of first reflection and what it will be the result of second reflection, and so far and so on. The next step is preparation. A lot of us hesitate a lot when we are going to speak because prepared for that. Prepare, rehearse, 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 rehearse. If you are going to be at certain place, maybe you are going to have presentation, and what are you supposed to do? Repeat that presentation as many times as you can. Think you are sitting in front of your audience, think you are just sitting in front of audience, and repeat as many times as you can. Maybe if you are going to a restaurant and you are supposed to speak English there, then you are supposed to believe that you are sitting in restaurant and you are talking to your maybe clients, or maybe the person who are serving you, the waiters. So you need to repeat all these things. You need to prepare yourself physically as well as emotionally. These steps are very important to be a fluent English reader, sorry, not reader, to be a fluent English speaker. The next step, the actual step, is speaking. Without speaking, without diving into swimming, without diving into pool, we do not exactly know how to swim. So same goes for speaking. Without speaking, you actually do not know what are the mistakes you are making. So, in order to understand speaking, in order to understand speaking skills, speaking is very important. Try to converse with your sister, try to converse with your brother on any topic of your interest, try to converse with your friends, with your parents, or and then repeat those things in public places. Initially, with the passage of time, you to speak. The last but not the least step is practice. Practicing is very essential to understand reading. So you need to practice. Maybe you take a play of Shakespeare, Hamlet, and then you try to practice that out. Maybe you just type into any sort of conversation, and then practice that out, and hence eventually with the passage of time you are able to speak. Once you just cross the beginner level, all you need to do is just record yourself, speak out, speak with your friends, and inshallah one day you will able to speak in front of huge audience. That is all about speaking skills. If you do not understand anything, if you do not get anything, do tell me in the comment box, or you can approach me on my WhatsApp, you can approach me via my email. And if you like this all talk, I would really appreciate if you subscribe the channel and hit the like button. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.